Now, the NFL does have a roughing the passer problem. If you watched Thursday Night Football, then you know the 49ers were robbed of a pick six when Nick Bosa was flagged for roughing the passer with this tackle, this legal tackle of Geno Smith.
It's all about the call from Alex Kemp.
No surprise that the official named Kemp is helping the team from Seattle. It's asinine that this is roughing. Every football fan knows it's asinine. The players hate it, but there's one problem. The league does not care or have any fucking clue on how to correct this issue. Earlier this week, we got this nugget about the rule. Troy Vincent, the executive vice president of football operations, says there was discussion among owners this week about whether a hit on a QB or other defenseless player should be one, reviewable, and or two, be an automatic ejection. So the first thing that should terrify you as an NFL fan is the fact that we've been complaining about how bad the roughing the passer calls have been all season. Well, the last couple years anyway. Last night, it was Bosa's hit on Geno Smith. Last weekend, it was the Greg Russo tackle on Herbert. Before that, it was Chris Jones and his tackle of Derek Carr. All textbook tackles with both Jones and Russo also demonstrating an attempt to soften the blow as they fell onto the QB. Our main complaint is that there needs to be less roughing, that the overprotection of the quarterback ruins the viewing experience. And the NFL's reaction is, well, how about we discuss reviewing roughing the passer and also ejecting the players hitting too hard? The NFL's like, let's consider one thing that might help and one thing that will definitely make it far, far worse. But wait, it gets worse because I just showed you 3 examples of bad calls. Well, here's some more. Last week also, the Bucs were flagged for their very first hit of the game on Brock Purdy. And of course, early in the season, maybe the most egregious flag was when Tom Brady was gifted a free set of downs and a win when Grady Jarrett tossed him to the ground. And yet, this is Troy Vincent on how the officials have officiated roughing.
The officials, I must say, have been pretty consistent with and very accurate on making that call, but they're human.
He just told us he doesn't have a drinking problem, while immediately then taking a swig from his flask and then chasing that with a sip of his lunchtime margarita after finishing his sentence. The solution to fix this is simple. Remove the body weight rule in the roughing the passer parameters. If you wouldn't flag a player for making the same tackle on a wide receiver, then don't do it for a quarterback. Roughing is subjective to an extent, but it's pretty easy to determine. Also, all you have to ask is the hit late? Did the defender take a vicious shot at the quarterback's head? And did the defender go low? If it's not any of those 3 things, then it shouldn't be roughing. Hard hits on quarterbacks need to be accepted, and how a player lands while tackling a quarterback just needs to be removed from consideration. Asking tacklers to control the landing seems egregious. If you're undecided as a ref about a hit, here's the determining metric. Is the quarterback hurt after the play? No? Then no penalty, because it clearly wasn't that fucking rough, was it?
It was the right call with what they've been calling lately. I kind of lost my head there and unfortunately hurt my team.